Life is ceremony. The ceremony never ends. Our life is our altar. What do these things mean, and how can we apply these ideas into our lives in practical ways? To me, the meaning is that every breath, every moment, every word, action is an opportunity to be intentional and in connection with spirit, whatever spirit means to you. And it requires us to slow down a little bit, to breathe intentionality into every moment of our lives. And you don't have to do it all perfect. You don't have to do life like this 24/7. What I'm going to share with you is something that you can bring into your life in little bits of time, in little bits, or really fully immerse yourself in it and everywhere in between, okay? So there's a saying that was popularized by Alberto Villoldo, and it comes from his teachers in the Quero lineage, which is the lineage of the Andes Mountains shamans in Peru. It's an open shamanic lineage, meaning anyone in the world that wants to come and learn from it is invited. It's a part of an ancient prophecy of theirs, the prophecy of the Pachacuti. There's some info about it on my website. And that is why you see so many of us trained in that lineage that are not from that bloodline. Okay, so the saying is, shamans dream the world into being. And we all have this ability to do this. But it does require us to take a little bit more time and be more intentional with what it is that we are breathing into our lives, that life force energy that we're breathing into our lives, into our bodies, into our being and our consciousness, into our lives that we are radiating out to our relationships, the situations around us, to those that we come in contact with, to our community, and to the world. So I'm going to jump right into a practice that you can start to apply this into your life, or maybe it'll give you some ideas and you'll be inspired to take this in a different direction, okay? So let's talk about how you can bring this energy into your life, whether it's for you personally, for your day, your work day, to a meeting, to a gathering, to a holiday function, etc. Where you begin in terms of living your life with this idea of life is ceremony is to take a pause in the morning. So let's start with the morning. And it doesn't have to be lengthy, but you know, just enough time to really sink in and to notice, what is it that I want to create today? What is it that I want to breathe into my life, into my consciousness today, and radiate outwards? What's the energy? What are the emotions? And it might depend upon what you're walking into, the situation, right? If you're wanting a productive work day, that's going to be different intention, different energy than if you are going to spend time with a loved one and watch a movie and eat some pizza. Or if you're going to go to a holiday function. Okay, so you start by tapping in, what's ahead of me today? And what do I want to imbue this time with? Okay, so I'm going to workshop this with my intention of a holiday gathering with my family, with my loved ones. Okay. So I'm going into this holiday gathering and I want to feel and I want to radiate and I want to experience deep connection, love, joy, just deep sharing and playfulness. Also some spaciousness and some time to rest and reflect and to grow for myself and those good things for anyone there that is also open to it and wanting it. And I trust that if they are open to that, they're going to pick up on this energy, right? Okay. So from that place, I'm going to visualize with all of my 7 senses. You've got the 5 senses, of course, you know, and then visualize emotionally too. How do I want this to feel? Visualize also with my 6th sense, my intuitive sensing, knowing sense, as well as my 7th sense of sacred imagination, which is every bit as valid and important of a sense in so many cultures around the world. All of the senses are equally valuable. There's not a hierarchy here, okay? So I'm going to tap in once I've identified what I want to feel, what I want to experience, what I want the energy and the intentions of this experience to be. And remember, I'm talking about a holiday function with my loved ones. Okay, so now I'm going to visualize with all of my senses that turn on. It might be 1 sense, it might be 2, it might be all 7. I'm going to visualize. And if you have a hard time with this stuff, go into the imagination. I'm going to visualize it, okay? And I'm going to really fill myself with those emotions that I want to feel. So again, it was like connection, love, deep sharing, spaciousness, time to reflect and grow, and so on, right? So I'm going to fill myself with that. And like, what does that bring to me? It brings me, oh, this just really, really deep, very deeply rooted feeling of connection, of groundedness, of joy, but like it's this subtle, pulsating, natural joy. It's not like this exuberant, over the top, like we are at a party and we are celebrating. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's what I'm feeling emotionally. It feels so good. It feels so peaceful. It feels really relaxing. It feels nourishing. It feels nourishing and nurturing, okay? So the emotional part of visualization, whether you're doing it for this purpose, for any purpose, for manifestation, whatever it is you're doing, the emotional part is so crucial. You need the emotional part to this. Okay, I visualized. Now it's time at some point to come back and to allow my intellect to play with this process and my imagination and my childlike creative spirit to play with this process and say, oh, well, what ingredients make up this experience? Oh, well, okay, so maybe there's a wide array of really nice teas. I like to drink tea, and it's always fun to find new teas and to share tea with people, for me, okay? There might be some nice little snacky treats like fruits and honey and unexpected combinations that are maybe not the norm, right? These aren't things that we would normally think of to pick up as snacks, but we're gonna have it here at this gathering. So just a couple examples, probably enough to get your wheels turning so that you can walk through this exercise for yourself, okay? So now I'm brainstorming and I'm writing down some ideas of like, here's the experiences, and maybe we go out on a walk together. Maybe we do the divination, the language with nature experience that I touched on in another video. I will link that one if you are interested. Okay, so now I've fleshed it out, right? So I've got these ingredients for this experience that I'm going to have with other people, and they may have done a process like this or not. But these are my ingredients that I'm bringing, and it's totally okay if they've done it, if they haven't, if they think this stuff is crazy and silly. It doesn't even matter, right? But we are coming together in the group, and I have my little basket of ingredients of what I want to feel, experience, the emotions, and the pieces that I feel kind of support that of, hey, here's an activity we can do. Here's some snacks or teas that we can have, okay? So now going to the gathering is like we are baking a cake together. This whole process of intentionally creating an experience is definitely not about control. It's not about, it needs to be like this for me to be happy, or this is what I want from this experience. It's like we each get to co-create the cake together. And we're each bringing our favorite ingredients, and we're gonna put it together and see what happens, okay? So I'm bringing my ingredients, and my mom is bringing her ingredients, and my daughter's bringing her ingredients, and grandma's bringing her ingredients. You get it, right? And they're all going to be different. Like, these ingredients are kind of our favorite things, perhaps. And we come together and we're baking the cake. And again, this isn't about control. It's not about me wanting the cake to be this specific way or this specific flavor or look this specific way. We're co-creating. And of course, there's the universal element involved, that spirit element, creator, God, goddess, oneness, whatever that is for you, right? There's more involved than just the humans here. So we hold the experience, the intention, gently, but not tightly, right? Because none we're stepping into control. That's not what we're doing here. So hold it lightly. We go in with that energy and those ingredients that align with what it is that we desire to create here and be part of. And then we just sit back and let it unfold. And sometimes it will unfold in a way that you wouldn't have expected. Maybe not in a way that aligns with the ingredients that you brought, but that's okay. That's okay. Because this process, again, is about how, like, what's a practical way to live life as ceremony? It's about being intentional. It's about being in co-creation with spirit, and about giving thanks as well. So we've been talking about how we can have our intentions and be in co-creation, and also about giving thanks. So maybe let's circle back to the visualization that we were doing and give thanks, right? So that visualization process is kind of a co-creation with spirit. And towards the end of that, as we wrap that up, let's give thanks and fill ourselves with gratitude for this creation. And even though it's not in our three-dimensional world yet, it exists on a different plane. It exists in this energetic plane because you just experienced it. It's already in existence. So next what happens is that we just pull it into our three-dimensional. Okay, so we give thanks. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all of our unseen allies, to spirit, to oneness, divine, for creating this for us. It's already created. We just experienced it, just not in the 3D yet, okay? And now we might want to close this space, or we move forward in life. And then, this is just one example, again, as I think about, as my mind wanders to, oh yes, the holiday function coming up, or people that will be there, or what I might desire, or what I might have anxiety about even, or what I might have like ideas, thoughts, beliefs of what is going to happen based on previous experiences. Whenever something like that pops up, I reorient myself to the ingredients that I'm bringing to bake the cake. The emotions, the intentions, and the vision, and maybe those shared experiences, those tangible things. I bring myself back to that. And I give thanks. And I say, Spirit, thank you so much for connecting us in this way. So you see just how with this one example, we are in this living ceremony, connected with spirit, bringing our intentions into co-creation and filling ourselves with gratitude, connecting with our senses. And this is a really beautiful, just tiny, tiny little example about how we can weave into our life ceremony and this way of living in ceremony. And this is something that you can apply to every experience you have. It's something you can apply to the workday, to a meeting, to a gathering with friends. The opportunities are limitless. It's about coming back to the intention, the energy of what it is we want to create, to embody, and radiate outwards. It's about giving thanks, being in gratitude for. And there are ways throughout our day as well that we can express that gratitude to our spiritual allies, to ourselves, to those involved, other co-creators. And it may look like, we're going out for a walk, and it's a beautiful day. I mean, any day that you get to go outside and go for a walk is a beautiful day. And maybe we just say, thank you, thank you, thank you for this beautiful life. Thank you for co-creating with me and for co-creating these experiences with me. Maybe it's a matter of lighting a candle at night, and this kind of starts your nighttime routine, whatever that looks like. It might be very simple, it may be very elaborate, or a little chaotic if there's kids in the mix. It doesn't even matter though, right? It might be a matter of lighting that candle and saying, thank you, thank you, thank you for this moment. Thank you for this energy. Thank you for this opportunity to co-create with you. And then you might choose to weave that process into that, right? Okay, bedtime ritual, bedtime routine. What do you want it to be like? How do you want it to flow? If you want, right? So do you see how there's like these layers upon layers upon layers that you can build into your life, and how we can constantly be in that state of gratitude and connection as well? You know, and another example would be, as you turn your stove on in the morning, you're gonna make your coffee, just giving thanks for fire, for being there to aid you in this creation of coffee. Maybe it's smelling the coffee beans, blowing your gratitude, and maybe even a little intention of, thank you for energizing me today. I promise to do my best to serve in alignment in my highest and best good, to radiate goodness out to all that I come in contact today with the energy that you are giving me. Maybe it's when you turn on the water to brush your teeth. You say, thank you, water. Thank you for pure water, for blessing my life and allowing me to have these experiences and to nourish and care for myself in this way. Okay. I mean, I could go on and on. So I'm not going to. I think you get the picture. But if this is something that you're like, wow, okay, I want to go deeper in this, let me know, because if there are people that do desire to do this, maybe we could get a group together online or in person to explore this and share ideas too. Because I know as I'm talking, you guys probably have some ideas coming up as well. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's so fun to connect with you guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Mwah.